Welcome to Toxic Superfoods. Exposed. Lisa Stancil's battle with debilitating bladder pain,
The pain was just too much.
her inability to live her everyday life,
I could only hold maybe a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of urine at a time before I was rushing to the bathroom.
the relentless storm of interstitial cystitis affecting Lisa Stancil.
Every couple of months I was running to the doctor in pain. I questioned the information as even valid at that point. I would say 80% of my pain diminished when I began to eliminate oxalates. Hi, my name is Lisa Stancil, and I'm 43 years old. I had been a vegetarian for 20 years, starting at age 21, 22, and had not touched meat my entire adult life. So I was pretty shocked when at age 38, I began running to the bathroom, having to use the bathroom constantly. I had one doctor who felt like I should be tested, my kidney and bladder should be tested to see if I had cancer in there. And I wasn't really sure at that point. All I knew was every couple of months I was running to the doctor in pain. At that point, it became even more frequent, and I couldn't figure out what triggered it. For 3 or 4 days at a time, I would be up every 30 minutes to an hour at night using the bathroom. I couldn't go anywhere that required not being near a bathroom. I could only hold maybe a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of urine at a time before I was rushing to the bathroom. I stopped going on expeditions, kayaking and canoeing expeditions with my kids on the James River. It was very frustrating having to be locked to a bathroom, not to mention the pain and the irritation at constantly feeling the urge to go. You couldn't get to sleep at night because you felt the urge to go. And by the time you got sleepy enough to fall asleep, you felt the urge to go again. And then you get up, go to the bathroom, and then I'd lay back down, and I'd feel the urge to go again. It's constant. When I was at my lowest, I saw an advertisement, a flyer for Sally Norton's oxalate group. She had a talk at the local health food store. I just felt I needed to go listen to that information. And as she was talking, a lot of light bulbs went off when she began to mention the high oxalate foods such as figs and berries and nuts and sweet potatoes and spinach. These were all foods that I ate on a regular basis 3 times a day. And when she mentioned some of the symptoms that went along with the oxalates, I really had light bulbs going off. And I really began to investigate that way of eating and trying to lower my oxalate intake after that meeting. I had been a vegetarian at that point for almost 20 years, 18 years at that point, 19 years, and it called into question all of my belief systems, my way of eating, everything that I had researched and read, the way of life. My whole family, all my friends knew me as a vegetarian. I had built my whole identity around being a vegetarian and promoting these foods. So the idea of cutting out all the primary foods that I ate my entire life, it made me a little angry. And it also, I questioned the information as even valid at that point, because I figured there had to be another reason why I was experiencing this pain. Pain is a big motivator. When you're running to the bathroom constantly and you don't have any answers and you don't know what to do, you'll try a lot of different things. And I was willing to try something different, even though it went, again, in the face of everything that I believed in. The pain was just too much. As I began to eliminate things like some of my favorite foods were blackberries, figs, sweet potatoes. I was very fond of almond milk smoothies with a handful of greens in them and a handful of nuts. I was pretty fond of cooked greens as well. And I ate a lot of almond butter and nut butters, peanut butters, things like that in order to feel satisfied on this vegetarian diet I was on. And as I began to slowly eliminate those foods, the irritation in my bladder lessened considerably. I mean, I would say 80% of my pain diminished when I began to eliminate oxalates. That was huge for me. I wasn't running to the bathroom as much. I felt I could hold my urine for 3-4 hours at a time sometimes, which was unheard of before during the worst part of my pain. And eliminating oxalates or lowering oxalates, because you really can't eliminate them completely, was a significant reason that I recovered a lot of my health in my bladder. I really feel like I have Sally Norton to thank for that, because without that information, I would continue to eat the same foods I had been eating and not question my philosophy at all, and I'd probably still be in a lot of pain. Hearing this information about oxalate caused me to question a lifetime of beliefs. That was really difficult. I began to say to myself, if I haven't been right about this for the last 20 years, what else have I not been right about? And it kind of threw my worldview upside down. My advice, if someone is just hearing about oxalates, and particularly if they're a person that's been eating a vegetarian or a largely plant-based diet, is keep an open mind. I had a difficult time keeping an open mind at first about this because I was so ingrained in the idea that a plant-based diet was going to heal my body. Now I am very grateful that I have heard this information, that I have studied it, that I have applied it to my life, and that it's helped me tremendously.